we're in British Columbia, Canada, to catch up with downhill racing mountain bike pro Dave Watson.
From cross-country mountain biking way back in the day, guys, they just wanted to go faster and they wanted to ride downhill. Whistler, it's had a huge play in downhill racing over the years. They recognized that there was a growing culture of mountain bikers that wanted to ride trails that required lift access. With this brought a new evolution of the sport of mountain biking to be adapted towards the riders that want to be riding downhill all day long.
Each year, Whistler hosts Crankworx, an event that showcases the world's most talented downhill mountain bikers. With courses carefully chosen to challenge riders' control, speed, and skill, competitors must make sure that every second counts.
In downhill racing, you have a track or a race course, and you race from the top to the bottom, and the winner is the person who got down that track or that course that day the fastest. Everybody's really got their own approach to how they want to ride those trails and how they want to prepare for them. But typically, the racers have gone to a lot of the courses and they're coming back to courses they've ridden before, and they know which ones sort of suit their style, be it riding in the mud or riding in the dry. But really, it's just getting a firmer understanding of how those courses ride and then looking for split seconds the whole way down. You know, there might be a section where you've got 5 guys who are all on the podium that weekend and they all rode a section differently. One guy airs the whole thing, one guy goes left, one guy goes right. So it's not necessarily always a fastest route. There's really a creative sense to how a rider's ability or strengths might suit a certain section of a trail to create a combined time sort of top to bottom. A huge portion of downhill racing is really precision-based. Looking at every corner, every section of that trail and where you can go faster. Can you get a pedal stroke in here to generate some speed? Can you get better exit speed out of a corner, which means less brakes going in, so that you're going faster into the next section? You're conserving energy where you can so that you can use it where you may need it. So there's all these little things going through a race week, like even making sure that when you get to your finals run, you've got the most energy and that you're peaking towards that portion of the weekends. Seconds are huge. You're often separated winners by milliseconds, right? Tenths of seconds, even hundreds of seconds, thousands of seconds almost, right? So you lose a second on a corner at the top and then another second midway down, I mean, you're 2 seconds back on a split. To make up 2 seconds somewhere else on a course by going faster lower down is a hard thing to do when the riders are so close on a course weekend.
Advancements in bike technology have in recent years enabled riders to take downhill racing to new levels of speed.
Racing has really adapted and evolved in a huge way. Each season, riders are testing new tires and compounds to sort of evolve them to be better. When you're cornering, you're getting the right tire combination of durometer, they call it. So that's the rubber that sort of creates the ability for it to sort of flex as a compound with the terrain. If you have the right tires, the right combination, it can be the difference between riding a trail with the exact control and the exact precision that rider would want. Suspension's much the same way, where they're valved certain ways and you've got shim stacks so that you get the ideal suspension setup for a weekend. So it makes a huge difference when it's, what they say, tuned properly. And you've got riders who are so adept at understanding how their bikes work, how their suspension works, how their tires work, how their brakes work, how all the components on their bike work, and they're constantly giving feedback back to the innovators of these bikes and equipment to improve the mechanics. So each season they get faster and smoother and more comfortable. You get that side of the equation where it transcends down to the recreational rider to be able to now enjoy all of these innovations that have been developed from riders at the forefront pushing technology of the bikes, and also the ability to go faster and smoother and with more confidence.
Awesome.